Recorded live.
What's up with this thing?
Recorded live.
How do I fix this thing right here?
How do you fix what now?
Okay, I think it went away.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, it was. There's obviously apparently a delay, and it was coming through my speakers on a computer.
Oh, okay. I thought it was this one for some reason. No, I was waiting on Mikey. He was here, but he didn't have a phone. He was going to tell me a story about how the case got dismissed. I was wondering what the hell happened with him.
Oh, he had a case that was dismissed?
Yeah, I think he had a possession. Not him, but possession charge or something. And I wonder what happened.
I'll split it with you.
So what's up, man? I didn't tell you about the call. I just
No, I think Matt texted me and told me about it.
Oh, he told you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to talk to him today.
Yeah, so I was like, man, yeah, try to anyway, 'cause it was a long day, and got to be about 9:15 or something. I started nodding off. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, yesterday I had a call too. I forgot to tell you, I guess, but whatever. I mean, I was waiting on Mikey too.
Yeah, I saw that. You know what, Logan? I'm going to have some orange juice instead, buddy, okay? Yeah. I saw that you had like a 30-minute call or something yesterday.
Yeah, I just pretty much said the story that happened.
Yeah. Well, what is Matt going to be on the call?
Let me try calling him. Okay, hold on a second.
All right. You and your Coke. I want you to drink that whole thing. All right. Might not be able to sleep drinking Coke.
Alex.
Who's that?
Alex. Hello.
Hey, is this Mikey?
Yeah, it's Mikey.
Hey, Mikey, it's Rob.
Oh, what's going on, Rob? How's it going?
How you been?
Pretty good. Where's everybody at? Where's Alex at?
He's trying to get a hold of Matt right now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matt was actually the one that told me about the call, so I'm just surprised he wasn't on it. He said he was going to try to give him a call.
Right. Hold on, let me tell something to my friend really quick. Because I'm at my friend's house trying to use the phone since I have no phone.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on.
All right.
Hello.
Yep, I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Mikey.
What's going on, Alex?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. Just at the friend's house trying to use the phone now.
Oh yeah, what happened, man? Tell us.
Oh, it was great. It was just beautiful.
Well, hold on.
Beautiful experience.
You entered a plea. That was the one that you entered a plea on?
No, this was a new one. This was possession of marijuana.
What happened?
Oh, no.
What happened?
All right. Well, whatever. All right, I'm gonna tell my story now. All right, so it's a juvenile court facility, right? And so I walk into court, whatever. I'm already late as it is, like 20, probably like not 20 minutes late, but like 10 minutes late into court.
You were 10 minutes late.
Yeah, 10 minutes late, and you're barely putting people in the waiting room so they can go and see the judge. And they're in the waiting room. I guess they're calling up the alphabetical order, and the last name starts with the A. So I check in with the attendance lady or the roll call lady, and I go in there and I tell her I'm here for the matter of G. Michael Amador, and she checks it right away, and she tells me, you should come in here already to the waiting room. So I go into the waiting room, whatever, and as always, you know how that heart or that nervous feeling when you're all shook and like you're all scared and stuff, you know, the nervous feeling. And then I see people getting called up to see the judge one by one. I'm the last one in the waiting room, and they call up the name, whatever. I walk in. Judge right there in the sitting down. Then I got a public defender beside of me. Then there's the prosecuting attorney, and so I walk in. The judge tells me, okay, are you known to answer to G. Michael Amador? She didn't tell me this time, are you G. Michael Amador? She told me, are you known to answer to G. Michael Amador? And I told her,
was that the same judge, though, that you had last time?
Yeah, same judge as always, yeah. And she tells me, so are you known to answer as G. Michael Amador? And I told her, what do you mean by known as? Do you mean as using it? And she thought, like, I knew you were going to say that. And then, and then whatever hold on, wait a minute.
I think they're trying to learn how to deal with us. Rob?
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, I was turning the volume down on the phone. It was a little hard to hear.
I think they're trying to upgrade the game, dude. Can you hear?
You may be right. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But what did she say after you said that?
I don't know.
Mikey?
I gotta wait.
You had to go.
Mikey. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm back already.
Oh, that's okay. I was turning the volume down. You must have disappeared when I was turning the volume down. Okay.
All right, then. So
So I'm sorry. So wait a minute. Back up a little bit. So she said, "Are you known to answer to?" And you said, "Is that the same as that? Do I use?"
Yeah.
She said, "I knew you were going to ask me that, or I knew you were going to say that, or something."
Yeah. She said, "Okay." So she told me, "Are you known to answer to G. Michael Amador?" And I said, well, what do you mean by known as? Do you mean using it? And she's all like, I knew you were going to say that. and then I was just like, oh, okay, she already knows, I guess, everything. So, whatever, she starts talking, okay, then, she didn't tell me, she didn't even get to the how old are you, is your date of birth, nah, she didn't even get to that no more. She just started talking to the charges, all right, so the count of possession of blah, 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 blah. And then the public defender to the side of me told me, so what would you like to do with your case? You want to do community service or would you like to pay the fine? And I said, well, I believe I have nothing to do with this. And then he said, well, what do you mean? Are you G. Michael Amador? And I said, well, I use it. And then he's all like, well, then why are you here? And then I told him, well, I believe someone led me to believe that there's a controversy concerning that name. And then, and I'm here to help you guys out.
Wow, excellent.
How can I help, right? And then the judge just stopped. She's like, okay then. And then she called up the prosecuting attorney and he called up the public defender to go talk to her. So like I was sitting down, like
a sidebar. They pulled them up.
Like they called him up. Like pretty much they just called him up to talk to them. And okay, she told me, all right, G. Michael Amador. I think I messed up right here, but I think she just let it go. She told me, all right, G. Michael Amador, can you wait outside? And I told her, I think I told her, oh, okay, yeah, I'll wait outside. I kind of answered to the name, though, right there. I don't know.
Sure, okay.
I answered to the name, kind of, and I said, okay, yeah, I'll wait outside. And so she told me to wait outside for a little bit, and I go out. go outside, whatever, and I'm waiting there for 5 minutes, and then that's when the public defender comes and talks to me. All right, so I'm waiting. They send me. We go down the hall. We go down like deeply down the hall, and then he starts asking questions like, okay, so are you G. Michael Amador? And I said, well, I use the name G. Michael Amador. And he's like, what do you mean? But you use it? Is that you? I'm like, well, I use it. Like that's all there is to it. I just use the name.
Yeah.
And then he told me, it's okay. So do you live in so and so? And then I said, well, I used the address. And then he kept trying. In other words, he just kept trying to put the name on me, right? He tried to say that was me. And I guess it took literally they kept calling in people, and I was one of the last ones to be called up at the end. Like all he kept trying to do is say that's me, or whatever.
Yeah.
And, basically, I just kept telling him the same old thing. I mean, that's my beliefs are my belief, right? Who's to argue what you believe? And right. Pretty much they led me to the last. Like I didn't as soon as they stopped talking to the public defender, I looked to see it where everybody was at, and there was nobody in the courtroom no more. So they led me to the last. And the next thing you know, the girl who checked me in came outside of the courtroom and yelled, G. Michael Amador. And then I told the public defender, oh, see, the calling us already. And that's when I realized that there was nobody in the courtroom no more. It was just, it was me.
Hey, Mike, you got really muffled there for a second. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, the girl who checked me in, the roll caller, she came out of the courtroom. She's like, G. Michael Amador. And I told the public defender, oh, they're calling the name. And then so I told him to just start walking over there. And that's when I realized that there was nobody outside the courtroom no more. Like they've been calling up names. Meanwhile, I was talking to the public defender, and it took over an hour. Like it took over an hour, and then I didn't even realize that people were already going in talking to the judge and stuff. So they saved me to the last. Like they left me to the last to be called up. And then that's when the public defender and I go walk to the judge. Because I kept telling the public defender, I don't know if you might know what I'm talking about, but I kind of want to speak to the judge. And then he's all like, I know she's not going to know what you're speaking about. And then I was like, are you sure about that? Are you like a mind reader? And he's all like, no, but I know that she's not going to know what you're talking about. Yeah. And I just kept, in my mind, I was just like, oh, okay, whatever, believe whatever he wants to believe. But whatever. And then I go into the court. I go back to the courtroom, right? And then the public defender is assuming that I'm going on a non-guilty, since he keeps thinking that I'm denying the charges, right? Because he kept trying to say that. Do you remember the charges? And I was like, well, what does your paper say, right? Like I didn't try to admit anything. I tried to just go on with. I just tried to go on with what the paper said, right? And I kept saying, was that what the paper says? Is that what the paper says?
Yeah.
And like whatever. And then basically he thinks he assumes that I'm going on a non-guilty plea. So whatever, the judge starts speaking to him, and then the public defenders are like, he's denying all charges, and I'm assuming that's a non-guilty. And then that's when I responded, and I said, I should have never said that, but I should have kept it in question for him. But I said, I never said that. And that's when the judges are like, oh, okay, then here, here's what we could do. We can dismiss it. We can dismiss this count without prejudice, meaning we could refer it to youth services. But like she said that, but last time, like I had court, she did the same thing. I think the only reason she's doing that is so she could remain the illusion, you know what I mean? So she could play an act like, okay, nothing's going on here. He's still getting something out of it, right? So she's all like, well, think about it. We could dismiss this without prejudice, and we could refer it to youth services, meaning we could bring it back up if you don't fulfill the youth service or whatever. And I started thinking, I should have said something like, what does that have to do with me? But right. I just said, okay. I said, okay, I'll take that. I think she was trying to help me out, so I just said, I'll take that then. And then she's all like, oh, okay then. Yeah, so this case is now dismissed without prejudice and whatever. So she dismissed it, and like that's about it. She just dismissed it, and I walked out of there, and pretty much left. And then she gave me the paper, or the judge wrote down the paperwork. And this time, I usually get the paperwork, and it says real name, right? Like it says real name on the paperwork. And like this time, she didn't even put the charges like on the paperwork. She didn't put the charges or nothing. she just put alias, like unknown or unverified. Like they don't know who the name is. And like it's pretty like
shit.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wow.
Maybe I don't know, man. It's like some great fucking news. Maybe
Go
ahead.
What would the worst case of scenario have been? What's the maximum charge that the name could have received for that?
Like this is my first time ever trying out like something like the controlled substance. You know what I mean? Like that was one of my first times trying out any like drug related charges for the name.
But then again, Mikey, you don't have a history with them. Like you're like fresh in the game, dude. Like how old are you? How old is the name?
Oh, yeah. Now the body I use is 18.
Right.
Okay, so now
pretty much you really don't have like that much of a record for the name. So maybe
the name's considered an adult now, huh?
Yeah, in the juvenile, they're like, oh, so you're an adult now? And I was like, I just said, yeah, I guess I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but what's the maximum? What's the penalty? What's the maximum penalty for that particular quote unquote offense? You know, is it like 6 months in jail or something, or is it? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's a $500. It's a $500 ticket. And I don't know if you go to jail. They just send you to take some classes for like drug related classes.
Okay.
And probably like some money, a fine.
So you don't have to pay a fine at all?
No, I didn't have to pay a fine whatsoever.
No, but I mean, typically it would have been like a $500 fine, but in this particular case,
yeah, you would have had to pay that much.
It was a win-win. It was a win-win situation for Mike.
Right.
Just imagine you wouldn't have.
Chip out. The police officer, the sheriff, it was the same sheriff I had on the helping out the sister on the video, on my video on YouTube. The sheriff is all like, he comes out of the courtroom, giving me the paper. He's like, there's somebody here that uses the name G. Michael Amador, like all loud. And then I said, I use that name, and he just started laughing. He just gave me the paperwork. Like, it's pretty fun, dude. Like, everybody's at peace with each other, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun. There's no, like, you know, like, there's no enemy. Like, these guys help you out. They have a good time, you know what I mean? Like, they even laugh about it.
You stayed in honor, and you were scared, though, right?
Oh, dude, it's every single time I'm in there. Every single time I go into that waiting room, it's funny, like, I'm always shaking up. And then once they call that name, it's like all right, it's the moment of silence, time to walk in, you know, that's it. And it's pretty funny though, like you're all shooken up in the waiting room, you hear everything, and then once they call out the name, it's like it's a moment of silence. Nobody talks. It's all about you. You know what I mean? It's all about you at that time, and it's like it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it feels good though, right?
Yeah, it feels really great, like really, really good. It's just like, damn, I just did it again.
Well, congrats, man. It sounds like you handled it pretty well.
Hey, Alex, what's going on with the case for the name?
Oh, the name has like 4 cases, and they're just putting me through the fire, dude. Because I think that I used to claim that name a lot, and that name has charges on it. Like, I've done time for him before. But I think they're just, like, pulling out all the stops. But, or maybe I could be going head-to-head with them, too. Like, maybe I should just let them slide sometimes.
Right.
But, you know, like, because maybe I'm too overexposing them, I guess.
Yeah, I thought it was all about. I thought it was all about operating under truth, not exposing the truth.
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't think I'm exposing them though. But like when she says Mr. Carbonell is in the building and you're Mr. Carbonell. You know, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't feel, you know, like knowing whatever I think I know. I don't think that has to be done. Or who knows? Maybe I should say, you can call me Mr. Carbonell, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that if you're exposing the truth and you're endangering the public, I think that they'll let you know that you've crossed that line. You know what I mean?
But that's what I think that she was looking at me the last time, like in the eye. Like, all right, I know you know, just, you know, let me slide.
Oh,
maybe,
hey, Alex.
Maybe, you know. Go ahead.
When you mean by you were looking at her at the eye, like she gave you like that eye, like, all right, shut up, like shut up and let me talk, right? Like, like
yeah.
I remember a couple, like I think I had like 2 cases ago. I had the judge like look at me because she kept when I told her, well, who's bringing the claim on that name? And like she didn't know, like she didn't find the paperwork first of all, and like then she looked at me in the eye, like she kept looking at me in the eye, like just shut up and let me do the talking, you know what I mean? And like,
oh really?
I don't know. Sometimes you gotta let them talk, dude. Like you gotta let them you know what I mean? You gotta let them talk more and stuff.
Yeah, I think